up in New Jersey. I had no idea this could even happen. But a father and son encountered a humpback whale while fishing right off the coast of New Jersey. What I didn't realize was there'd be a whale right off the coast of New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, they're in the ocean.
Well, I know they're in... It doesn't come as news to me that they're in the ocean. I feel like whales are somewhere other than New Jersey.
Yeah.
I just don't ever...
Too much medical waste?
Something. I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know why they go to Jersey either.
This
Nobody
really
wants to go there.
Well, see if you can pick up the moment when the father and son, and it's the dad who sees him first, see the whale come out of the water.
Oh! 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 Get that on video! Holy! What the fuck? You got your fish on? What the?
In an interview later, the son said, "I was just so proud of my dad for staying calm the entire time."
Yeah. Smart
That's
kid.
calm, Dad?
Said he never missed a beat.
Do we know,
Didn't
Kelly,
panic.
how far offshore they were?
I do not know. That's a good question. It just says off the Jersey shore, the whale grazed their boat and caused it to rock back and forth. A bunch of fish came out of the water first. I saw the video. Like a school of fish just jump out of the water, and then 1 second later, whoosh, this big whale.
We have learned from videos like this that if you see that, something's happening.
Something's happening. Yeah, that's right.
If you see the little fish, like
Yeah.
if you're in the... If you're like just in the surf, like Chris Kelly peeing in the waves, if you see little fish jumping, something bigger's chasing them.
I have seen that. I have seen them while urinating in the water. And a lot of times then a porpoise will be right in front of me nearby, coming through. This is 2 years ago, a similar thing happened. A whale breached near a group that were out on the ocean.
But they keep coming up over here behind the seagulls. Oh, do you think is that what happened earlier? Did they breach? I hear them. Holy shit. Oh my God, they're right in front. Oh my God, this is... Oh my God, I just shit myself.
That's a fact.
It
He
seems
did.
to be the common thread.
Yeah, that's right. Remember, that's old. This is new in New Jersey.
Oh! 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 Get that on video! Holy!
That's Dad staying calm when a whale comes out of the water. Who can blame him?
The first guy, the older guy, he was in a kayak.
Yes, he was. That's right. And
That's
they're-
a much smaller craft.
And they had a bunch of birds around him, and they breached, and you heard him say he crapped his pants, which, I mean, who amongst us wouldn't if a whale came out of the water like that?
Did the first guy see one whale or more than one? I can't remember. It's
Just one, but
the kayak man.
it really made his kayak almost turn over. It came right there.
Can you imagine that? Seeing something the size of a house come out of the water
Unbelievable.
like that?
Unbelievable.
We saw, when we were in Washington years ago, 5 years ago, we saw orcas from a distance, and they're unbelievable. When you see an orca just stick its head out of the water.
And they're not even the biggest.
I was on a cruise, and somebody spotted a whale and said whale, and we all pressed our face against the glass, and watched it, and we were just all amazed. We're like, oh my God, and we were on a cruise ship in the middle of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's where I thought whales would be.
Caribbean?
Well, warmer waters, not up in New Jersey.
They're always migrating, right?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
up and down the coast.
I didn't know. I guess you're exactly
Follow
right.
the food like you.
There's all right.
They're on plans.
It's twice he's wound me up.
What's his plan?
He's winding me up, is what he's done.
Hey, do you have a new plan? Is it Special K?
No. I'm scrambled eggs, yogurt with blueberries, salmon, $12 salads. These are the things I'm having.
What are you cutting out?
Diet Cokes, sugar, heavy carbs, Celsius. I'm cutting all these out. Pizza, all that kind of stuff.
When do the headaches hit?
Anytime now. I'd say they're
about to reach.
I'd say they're coming. Oh my God! Whenever I crap myself, you'll know that's when the headaches have hit. There's an update too. We did this on Friday, where the anti-oil protesters got arrested in the museum in London. Maybe this is a different story actually, because we talked about somebody doing something to painting with glass over the top of it.
Somebody, I can't remember what it was because
I can't
it was
remember.
the Picasso. Somebody,
This is a Van Gogh.
yeah, somebody glued themselves to a Picasso.
This is a Van Gogh, so it's different. And there are two protesters against big oil. They threw cans of tomato soup on a Van Gogh painting in a museum in London. One of his more famous sunflower paintings.
Please tell me the painting was protected.
By glass.
Yeah.
It was the same way.
Have to.
And so what they did was they threw cans of tomato soup on it and then immediately super glued their hands to the glass in front of the painting. Painting wasn't damaged. It was on display again 6 hours later. They pried the people off of it. They actually recorded themselves. This is them doing it.
Security.
What is worth more? Art or life? Is it worth more than food? Worth more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families. They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup.
She's so into it, you know.
Have you ever met anyone with that kind of passion?
No, God, no.
I'd have started swinging.
Would you?
I would have started hitting somebody.
But it's kind of, if you want to go really inside the numbers, it's kind of a mixed message. Petroleum is killing the planet, and yet I can't afford gas.
Yeah.
I know, I know.
I'm sure, what's she protesting? Because people use
it's a
oil or
complex
because
issue.
it's too expensive?
And yeah, I agree. Muddled at best.
But a tin of soup, you can't heat a tin of soup in the winter because you're poor.
Yeah,
because the prices are so
the
high.
price of gas is so high. Is that what she's saying? Yeah. But I'll tell you, when she spoke at the end of it, I wanted to go, yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I'm usually against that.
What's worth more, art or life?
Or life, you know. And how about the first guy? It happens, and he's like, security.
Security.
All right.
What's all this then?
And then they go on their tirade about oil and soup and everything.
Yeah, you probably had 2 or 3 minutes.
And
before.
your reaction was,
No.
get them out of here.
Yeah.
Swing on
If
'em.
I would have started hitting somebody, like this has got nothing to do with what you're talking about. Go to the oil companies if you're going to complain to somebody. Why are you got to try to destroy art like that?
And do what?
At the oil. See, that's the thing. I mean, to get noticed, like we had some people last week blocking traffic. They were upset over the price of something, or climate change. And so they sit in the middle of a busy intersection in Washington, D.C. Has nothing to do with, the people on the way to work. It's just inconvenience, and so they get their message across,
Yeah.
So, they do this at an expensive painting, and people take notice versus standing outside of Exxon where they won't even care.
You'll get my message when you catch these hands, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
You can throw hands at the Van Gogh.
You're gonna throw it out at Van
Van Gogh
Gogh.
did nothing to you.
Hey, Van Gogh,
Neither
right
did I. Leave me alone.
Hey, man, those are sunflowers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
I
That's from his
respect art.
poo period. That's Picasso.
But when you hear her message, do you think to yourself, yes, why do I care so much about this piece of art when people are suffering, they can't even heat a can of soup? I don't know why it resonated with me when she said it. Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
It's a classic limousine
liberal. Limousine liberal.
Oh, those poor people. Window up. Let's go.
yeah.
He's winding me up. That's what they call me. They call me a limousine liberal, which I am neither. I do not ride in a limousine, and I am not a liberal. But when I hear that message, it's like, oh, God. That's
What about
right.
the environment?
I feel bad.
What about the soup?
I do feel bad. What about the soup? That soup could have
Was it,
helped. somebody.
was it tomato?
It was. It was tomato soup. 2 cans.
Was it, Campbell's? Do they have Campbell's?
I
in
don't
England?
know. That's a good question. It's that's got to be Campbell's. Got to be
Is Campbell's
nationwide.
worldwide?
Wouldn't you think Campbell's is worldwide? That's
Do you think
big.
Andy Warhol did that?
It's a big
made
soup.
made it international.
Elijah, you're talking about these protesters now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually saw this video on Facebook, and my girlfriend showed it to me, and I was kind of mind blown about it because not only are they doing this at an art museum, which has nothing to do with what they're protesting the cost of food and oil being too high to heat the food when you're throwing cans of soup onto paintings.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about people not having enough money to eat, then why are you wasting it on the painting?
Yeah, that's
Well-
two cans down. You're right.
All right. That's true, but they did get
They're
a
probably
big,
looking for the bigger picture.
for whatever reason, when she said it, I was kind of moved by it. I don't know why.
Because you don't like art. When she asked what's worth more, art or life.
life.
You don't know what art
No,
is?
I don't know what art. I never. Please, art. I have no
You've
idea.
answered that question.
I have
What
no
is
idea.
art?
Thanks, Elijah. That is what most people are saying. And I don't know her voice. I like her voice.
Strident.
I like when she said
Passionate.
that. Yeah.
It's worth more. Art or life? Is it worth more than food? Worth more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people?
That's when they're bringing security
Over this way.
Right.
She's over here.
All right, to remove her. But she sounds like to me is that Greta Thunberg who got some popularity a few years ago, saying this, similar type stuff about climate change. Her
But oil's very expensive in Europe right now.
is that right?
Horribly expensive.
Is it because
of
Russia,
the war?
huh?
Oh, the war. Yeah, even more so than here.
Absolutely.
Well,
Through the roof.
There you are. Well, maybe, and they're going to have trouble heating their homes.
winter's coming.
Winter is on the
Somebody
way.
better guard the Monets.
And the mayonnaise.
That
Send
says
me up
something.
there.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll do security.
You gonna throw hands?
Yeah.
You're passionate.
Come do that in front of me.
Kelly, you
Try
want
to
to
mess up a Da Vinci in front of me.
You want to fly BB Shea over there?
Yeah.
I like that. I like this side of you. That's good. Yeah, absolutely. He's
These are the impressionist bitch.
That's what I'm saying. This is the high Renaissance.
and is every painting now covered by some sort of glass? I mean,
It should be.
is
I
every
don't know.
one of them?
If not, I'm sure they're working to do it.
I mean, the Mona Lisa, of course, but now, I mean, is every single Van Gogh covered by?
Advisable is to catch a drive-by soup and start putting them up.
Apparently, because I mean, I've
Demm's covered.
he by glass. My God, you're right.
It's true.
I'm
On
covered
two-
by glass.
God, he's
on three
covered by
sides.
glass. You can't get to him.
I'm getting soup tomorrow.
You can't get to this man.